My coworker hid a bathroom camera at a Navy house party, so I reported him and told the victim. Last night I went to a small house party with my crew from the command. We're Navy in South Carolina, and I had just rejoined the team after a few months in another shop. There were about 12 guys and one woman. We played beer pong and pool. It felt loud, relaxed, and normal. She left after a few hours. Right after the door closed, the host, a new guy to our command, said he wanted to sleep with her. I ignored it. Then he checked his phone, went red, and said someone had turned his camera around in the restroom. Restroom. He had set it up to catch her with her pants down. He sounded mad that the plan failed. One of my friends said he saw a small device by the sink when he used the bathroom and turned it to face the wall. It was luck he went in before her. The host complained that people ruin things for him. No one said a word. I tried to remember if I had used that bathroom while the lens faced the toilet. I left. I drove home with the radio off and thought through my choices. Do nothing. Tell her. Make an anonymous tip. File a formal report. I'm new to this crew, and there were only so many of us at that party. If I moved, it might point back to me. If I didn't, he might try again. I also realized I might be on that video. A few of us might be. That mattered, but not as much as stopping him from putting any camera near her again. In the morning, I called the sexual assault response coordinator. She told me to contact NCIS. I called the on-call number and got nothing, then called again with no answer. My shift was coming up, and I had to stand next to the same man who bragged about a restroom camera. At work, I rehearsed what to say. About halfway through the shift, I found a private moment with the woman from the party. I told her straight, no build-up. She went quiet, upset, and nodded. I said I would handle the rest and walked to our superior officer. I had served with him for years, and I trusted him. I told him exactly what I heard and what my friend saw. He said he would take care of it and told me to document everything. When the watch ended, I drove to the NCIS office on base. I didn't call first. I asked for an agent and laid it out. We covered names, times, the layout, and who was there when the host got mad. I wrote my statement. While I was still writing, my officer in charge called for details to push it up the chain. I told him I was already at NCIS. He thanked me for coming forward. By the time I finished, word had spread. The command knew there was a report. The woman was sent home to get a night off. The suspect didn't show up for the next watch. The official line was trouble with his security clearance. What mattered was simple. He was off the team, under investigation, and his camera plan had a light on it. I stayed anonymous. My officer knew, but I trusted him. Back at work, I saw the empty spot where the host usually stood. Security talked to our chiefs. No one asked me anything. I did my job. When NCIS followed up, I marked the place where the device sat and listed who was present when he complained. I explained how my friend turning it saved her from being filmed. I kept thinking about the silence in that living room. It's easy to act neutral and pretend you didn't hear a thing. I wish I had said something the second he bragged, but maybe it would have put a target on me. I can live with being slow to speak. I couldn't live with doing nothing. So I kept the focus on actions that stick. Tell her, tell the officer, tell NCIS, put it on paper. By midnight, the chatter died down. He was gone from the watch bill. The crew felt steadier. I could breathe a little better. The system isn't clean or fast, but it was moving. The next day, I kept my head down. I checked logs and answered a call about a schedule change. If anyone guessed it was me, they didn't say. There are lines you don't cross in a crew. Hiding a camera in a bathroom is one of them. In the afternoon, my officer passed me and gave a small nod. That was enough. I didn't need a speech. I needed the woman from the party to use a restroom without thinking about a lens. NCIS asked a few more questions. I confirmed the time I left and who I saw near the door. I pointed out the route from the living room to the hall and the angle you'd see from low under the mirror. I kept my answers short and true. The agent thanked me and said I might be contacted again. I walked to my car and sat for a minute. I thought about the host's face when he said the word camera and my friend's quick hand turning it away. I thought about the gap between seeing a wrong thing and doing the next right thing. Then I drove back for my next watch. Before the shift, I saw the woman by the vending machines. She looked tired and gave me a small nod. No speech there either. I filled a cup with water and went to my space. The door shut behind me with a solid click. That felt like the end of it. Now I'm getting side looks for telling her and NCIS about it. Was I wrong?